Wait, did you see how the Destinies actually ended? Subscribe to Reaction LJ right now if you think Cartman deserve even worse.
Oh my god! I made you eat it?
These cartoon bullies grew up with one rule. Some kids take,
What
and
was
some
the
kids
rule
get taken from.
that
Kids
cartoon
that are
bullies
weird,
actually grew up
quiet,
with?
or different were a target for them. To them,
Yeah,
bullying was
people
just
that
how the world
they
worked.
felt like
You know,
were
no
different
school,
or were
teachers
doing
aren't around,
way
all you have to worry
better
about
than
bullies.
them, and they felt like they gotta actually bully them and bring
These
them
bullies
right
thought they
back
were in
all
control.
to the
But
bottom.
what happens when they get older and they're not anymore?
Yeah,
You want to understand
what really
how the
happened when they
destinies of
actually
these
get
little
older?
terrors
What
turned
did
into
bullies
total
actually
train wrecks?
do?
We have to go back to the moment their
Alright.
luck started to run out. Let's start with
Which
Randall
one?
Weems, who's literally
Who
the
is Randall
final boss
Weems?
of snitching.
What
Everyone
cartoon
who
he
watched
actually from?
Recess hated this little prick.
Recess. Did y'all ever watch Recess? I don't even think I ever watched. I heard of it, but I don't think I watched that show.
What do you little hooligans think you're doing?
Nothing.
Yeah, a whole lot of nothing. Good boy, Randall.
He clearly wasn't a tough
Yeah,
You
he
can
wasn't
clearly compare his
technically
body
like
with that of a
bully.
wet noodle,
That
or
what
even
I
a
seen that
chopstick
clip,
when he's
but
seen
what I
from the
seen
side.
is
I
all
don't
he
need
was
to- I don't
was
need anyone.
snitch.
I'm having
So
way more
basically,
fun by
he would probably
myself.
like
He's
do
known for
things
one thing
and then
and only
rat
one
on a
thing,
person
and that
and
is
get them in
snitching.
trouble
He's like our
after he
backtail
already
for Principal
did the
Cricket,
crime.
all rumors
And
and
that
news of his
kind of like
classmates
bullying,
for a
but I
tiny
don't
bit
think
of
that
appraisal
like
from the principal.
bullying.
Yeah, a
Wait,
whole lot of nothing.
we trying
Good
to
boy,
see.
Randall.
All Recess watchers can agree
Yep.
that Randall behaves like this by choice. He's the kind of
do.
kid who
It
thinks that
wasn't
telling
by
on his peers
any
is the
choice.
only way the world will
But
keep
when I
on
saw that
existing.
clip,
And
it was just
everyone
like,
will get to
hey,
see
it was
another day.
literally just
What
because
waste of
you
space.
wanted to.
In the
It
episode,
wasn't like
Randall's
he
friends,
felt like
it's
he was
crystal
jealous
clear
of
why
you or
Randall
nothing.
acts
He
this
just
way.
wanted
The
to.
curtains were finally lifted.
The reason why I
and
forgot about the
ta-da,
show because
Randall's
it
Father's
stopped.
Day. And you
I don't know
realise Randall
which year it
wasn't the
stopped,
one
but
we were
it
supposed to be
stopped, so
blaming
that why it's
all
been
this
so
time.
long since
We
I
were
remember
supposed
this
to
show.
be blaming his crappy dad. He's literally just a copy
Oh.
paste of his dad. Just as oily, licking as many boots as he does,
Oh.
and most of all,
Alright,
extremely
now I
isolated.
get it.
Yes,
I
dear,
see
I'll
where you get the
surveil them,
bullying
but
from.
Good. Hard to believe you were such a vicious bully not long ago.
Yo.
Randy sure has.
Getting the bullying from your parents gotta be the dumbest and worst thing you ever do.
done well to teach you the wisdom of turning the other cheek.
At this point, we can all agree that
Yep.
Randall is destined to become his father. A grungy,
Yeah, Randall
middle-aged
destined.
man
Like the
who works
way
in
he
HR
bullying people,
and
he's
eagerly looks for
destined to be
violations made by
asking to become his
co-workers
father.
so that he can satisfy his addiction to snitching. Randall, just like his dad, will not get
How
to experience having a
addiction
real
to
friend.
snitching
Just imagine
can
it
be
being
something like
50
that.
years old and your satisfaction is reporting a co-worker for taking an 11-minute coffee break. Personally, I wouldn't even wish that for my greatest enemy.
I wouldn't know
It's a
wish
matter
it
of
for my
time
great
before
enemy,
he
even the
realises
person that I
he's
really
just a tool.
despise.
And once he's old, he'll be discarded, just like those old tools you put away when you buy a new one.
That's right, Father. One of my closest friends.
I see. Miss Fenster, Miss Fenster!
Oh,
I caught Randall and his posse trying to spring that Detweiler boy.
Randall.
While Randall is so busy telling on everyone, the next ones are stuck doing their old
Oh,
scamming businesses. Moving on to Ed and Kevin's future,
Oh,
which
yeah.
literally hit us straight in the balls out of
I
nowhere.
remember
In the
him.
episode, Take This
But I
Ed
hate
and
how
Shove It, we
Ed-
get a glimpse
Ed
of the
and
cul-de-sac
Eddie
cast as
acting
ancient
indie.
and crusty as they can get in a nursing
Yeah.
home. These guys look so goddamn old, they look like they've got about
Yeah.
1 week left on their subscription to Life on Earth.
Damn, they probably even got a week left. They probably even got a day left.
For years, we watched the Eds running scams for living
Yep.
here and there. To be honest, all of us thought it was goofy and funny.
One thing I gotta say is Ed and Eddie is like a continuous cycle, because when did you ever seen the parents? Like, you have seen like the sibling there and there, like one their sister, brother there and there, but you never actually see their mom or dad.
Funny while
So
it
where's
lasted.
the
But
actual
seeing them as
adults?
80-year-olds still trying to pull the same scams while they can't
Why are
even
they still
walk
doing
is
scams?
genuinely diabolical.
Like,
The
at
part
that
where it went
age,
down
you're
for
still
me
doing the
was
same
when I saw
scam,
Kevin,
and he's
who,
still
in his
bullying y'all.
prime, was referred to as the cool kid with a
Isn't
bite
Kevin?
and attitude.
Yeah, I think his name Kevin. Like the cool kid.
His entire identity was built on the roots of his ego, and
Yeah,
obviously that
ego.
bike.
Like, his roots of being cool and being egotistic, narc, hard, and just being
Kevin
someone who
is
just
that
like
type of guy
bullying
that
people
would probably
for
upgrade
the
to a
sake
red
of
wheelchair and call
everything.
the Eds dorks one more time. if
And
he had
he's
the chance.
still
And
doing
I'm pretty
it
sure
to
I
this
wasn't
day?
wrong. I think he actually
Come on.
did that.
I thought he would stop doing that.
Yeah, that'll learn ya, dork.
Kevin spent his entire childhood referring to himself as the
Yeah.
opposite of the Eds. I've got to give it
Oh,
to him.
so
That
he
bike did
referred
wonders
himself
for him.
as
It even got him
one.
referred
He
to as
felt
a
like
chump.
he
was
was
mentioned
superior to
as the guy who had
everybody,
the cool
and
run.
no one can
I
match
personally
his
wouldn't glaze him at all.
coolness
Call him all
and
that.
his stats.
Don't take it personally, Kev. That's just the truth.
Yeah, don't take it personally.
I can give up
It's
saying
just that how
just
Kevin
like
is.
that.
I think that's how Kevin was
Dork.
born, but I don't know.
Dorky, dork.
Or that how his
Kevin's
parents
destiny
actually raised
is
him.
literally a bummer.
But you
because
can't tell
it means they
that
never
you don't
left
see
their old
his parents
ways.
at all,
They're
so
still
you don't
trapped
know.
in their own middle school grudges. You can clearly see it from how they're acting. Kevin also
Uh-huh.
had lost his alpha status, and he's just become another old man, shouting at people he spent
Damn.
most of his time hating. What makes Kevin's
Most of
destiny
the time he's
even
hating.
worse
Yeah.
is that his ego has been erased completely. He is a clear example of once you get old, there's no going back. Just realizing that they
Yeah,
wasted
right.
their entire lives fighting over Jawbreak is crazy.
Are you?
It is crazy.
I'll go get him, Eddie. Ed's not here, Eddie.
Wait. I don't even know when they'll be able
Wait,
to
what?
realize that. Maybe in the afterlife
What?
if they're lucky. The next one is the direct
Alright.
proof that sometimes
Who is going to be the next worst bully? Comment below.
doing evil things to others, even while not knowing, backfires on you when you grow up. Let's get real
What?
about Angelica Pickles from the show
Oh, I
Rugrats.
never noticed that Angelica was going to be on this list.
I'm surprised you
I
know
never
each other
even thought about
before
that.
this suck.
She was clearly a
I'm
bully,
glad she won this
but
list.
what fascinates me is that she's using her parents' neglect as a weapon to terrorize everyone she comes across while still being a
Damn,
3-year-old kid.
I didn't even
in a
notice
nappy.
that.
Number one,
I didn't even
I'm
know
not a
she's
baby.
doing that.
Number two, you're not my mommy. It's not fair. It's not fair.
What made her scary for the other kids
Yeah.
was that she ruled with a mean glare, and with her partner in crime, a bold, terrifying doll named Cynthia, which definitely
Yeah,
looks like
that
she's a
doll was
combat vest for
definitely
Angelica.
terrifying. Like, how you go around with a
What
doll
really
that
got me from the show
barely
was seeing
got
Angelica all
here?
grown up in preschool.
I don't want any of you guys talking to me on the bus. I've convinced everyone that we're just casual acquaintances.
When she grew up, the world wasn't the same for her anymore. The
It
All
wasn't.
Grown Up episode from the Rugrats showed us
Yeah.
that Angelica has doubled down on her behaviors. She wasn't
Yeah,
a
she actually
powerful,
didn't.
mean
Like, if you look at all grown-up Rugrats, Angelica is not the mean girl that she used to be. She's still mean, but she doubled down a little bit on the meanness and the bullying on them.
I get everything I want kind of girl anymore.
Forget I said
Yeah,
never
she
talk to
really
me in
not.
public. Forget that I bossed you around for the past 11 years. Because right now, I need you to do the biggest favor of your life for me.
What?
And can we talk about her new look?
What is that
Don't call me
favor?
a hater, but she
I don't
looks
know
like
what
Britney
that
Spears
she
from
was trying
Timu.
to,
She even
do.
ditched the pigtails that were literally like a brand for her for a hairstyle
She
that
did.
says, I spend 4 hours a day listening to Spice Girls and 0 hours developing a personality. The way she dresses looks less like a fashion icon and more like a girl who's trying to hide the fact that her
Yeah.
only real hobby
The
is
way she
judging
dresses
people that can get in her
don't
sight.
make any sense.
Imagine spending your childhood being mean and hated by other
Yeah,
kids while having
imagine
zero
spending your
skills
whole
and zero
childhood
empathy. And then
being
growing
mean
up
and then
facing
you
your
end up being
victims
like this.
who also grew up and realized that you have no power or control over them. Think of
Damn,
facing that
she
straight
should have
ahead.
been
Don't get
realized
me
that a
wrong,
long
I'm
time
not
ago.
saying that she's
For the past
changed,
11 years.
because she's still a girl who gets into heated tension, even with
Yep.
the lads.
Hey, Angelica, stop that!
Oh, she do still actually,
We can agree that Angelica is
like,
an
she's
equivalent
got
to a
a
minor.
bully side
She
of her,
can't build
but she's not like
anything.
bullying
She can't
them
lead
all
anyone.
the time.
And most
So-
importantly, she can't keep a friend because she views every person as an accessory. She even
Why?
shouts at Dill, calling him a freak and telling him to get out of her way. This
Why
clearly
are
shows
you
that she
doing that to
can't
Dill?
control her emotions. Her destiny isn't a direct hit or an
And the crazy thing about it, you're bullying your own family. like you're bullying Dill and Tommy, and don't realize that Tommy and Dill actually your cousins.
All of those nerve-wracking activities at her age. At least we have to mention and appraise some of the bullies who actually achieve something. And that would be Helga Pataki. Most of these cartoon bullies all along are just as simple as they can get. They want your lunch money or to see you cry. But Helga was a different kind of bully. When she was 9 years old, she had the vocabulary of an Ivy League poet. And also the right look, similar to a heavyweight champion. She spent her childhood in a home life that was no. Her mother Miriam spent her days getting dazed by drinking smoothies all day long. And her father, Big Bob, is such a huge douchebag, he wouldn't remember Helga's name if it was tattooed on his forehead. The only time he would be remembering it is when he's comparing her to his other daughter, Olga.
Hey. Your sister Olga could spell that word when she was 5. And what are you now, 6, 7?
I see why Helga is a bully. Like, she bullied people because her dad don't give her enough attention. When she do stuff, her dad always say, man, your sister did that, your sister, like, bro, shut the
9, Dad.
Whatever.
Another bit of proof that Helga was different from the other kids. She had a plan laid out all along. She realised early on that if she didn't bite or bully her way in, she'd be forgotten, just like Angelica.
Oh,
it's safe
so
to
that's
say
why
she used bullying as a suit of armour to hide her heart from all of the emotions she was going through.
To hide
in the episode Married, we get a sneak peek into the future
she don't want nobody to know that she actually loves Arnold.
Becoming the president of the United States.
I, Helga G. Pataki, do faithfully swear to uphold the duties of the office of President of the United States. Thank you. And now, I say I want
didn't in the movie, didn't Arnold and Helga actually got together?
You know, Lincoln, Washington.
I don't know. I gotta rewatch that movie again. But I think Helga and Arnold actually did kiss or got together. It was one of them.
Like she hasn't slept since the 3rd grade.
Episode in that movie.
It's crystal clear that she's still the same aggressive, defensive person who can't let her guard down for a second. Helga's
I can see that. When you could become the president,
because
you definitely don't want to let down your guard when you become president.
Trauma. Now she has the Secret Service on her side, but no friends. By the way, now that we're in the Hey Arnold universe, we find another quite unique bully that is Harold Berman. Oof, just calling his name. Oh, do not like it.
I can't even say Harold is a bully. Like, him being a bully, I don't see him as one.
Like it. While we're at it, it's undeniably very hard not to notice Harold's age.
And mine just Saturday.
Yeah.
Gotta go.
Hey, do you know where my mommy is, mister?
I don't know anything about your mommy.
You can't even tell Harold is on age with Arnold and his friends. Like, you really can't tell Harold
It seems like
on age
he's
with
been
him.
repeating the same class for over a decade. I think he's diagnosed
like the
with
way
dyslexia,
he look,
or maybe he's allergic to learning. He's a type of bully
like
that would
18,
beat up education
and then he
if it was a
repeating the
person.
same
He would
grade
knock him
over
out
and
with
over,
the first round.
and he was already
The
supposed to
level
be in
of
a high
hatred
school
he has
long
for
time ago.
education is so high, it has reached the point where he's insecure about it.
Damn. I see why he failed. I can see why he failed.
While the other kids worry about football and other games, Harold is in a place where he should be worrying about his credit score and his hairline. I'm sure that he's wearing that cap all the time to cover it up.
Yeah, he's trying to cover something.
What makes Harold so different out of all of the bullies
what
that we've mentioned
made him different?
is that he's the most emotional one.
Yes! That's what I'm saying. Like, Harold, it's like, he's the most emotional bully cartoon. Like, without that, Harold is just a
As a bully. He's always
see, I was right. Like, you can't qualify Harold as a bully. You really
That's
can't.
why we find him ending up in the principal's office crying. I think he's emotionally unstable, even being that old. That's probably why he easily got used to being
and for him to be
he
in the same grade as them and not in high school is ridiculous. Like, how you in the same grade as them and look like you're supposed to be in high school?
Making fun of you.
in telling you you were fat?
That's what I just said, Arnold! Weren't you listening?
But did you think you were fat, Harold?
Huh?
Did you think you were fat?
Of course not. I like the way...
Harold is really good at his religion and faith. We should give him credit for that. Also, the biggest thing we usually see among bullies is them having romantic partners. He finds love with Big Patty because they highly resonate with each other. They're both big and scary, and most importantly, they know what it's like to be the person that everyone avoids.
Why you?
I know. Kids call me dumb sometimes, too.
Well, you don't seem so dumb.
Yeah, I
Thanks.
see.
What's your name, anyway?
Harold.
My name's Patty.
Oh, I like that.
Harold's future is actually one of the most satisfying endings in cartoon
Satisfying
history.
ending.
It starts
see.
with him stealing a piece of ham from Mr. Green's meats. But instead of calling the police and putting him in jail, Mr. Green makes him work there in order to pay off his debt.
Oh yeah, Mr. Green, you actually made him work here.
Hey, Harold, what's with your shirt?
We ain't seen nothing.
Hey, that looks like my ham.
Ham? What
Wow.
Harold Berman.
Initially, Harold hates the job because he's a certified bully and not a clerk at a butcher's. But then, as he keeps doing it on and on, he finds a natural talent for it.
Thanks.
Dude.
I don't want it.
How's it going, Harold?
Pretty dumb so far.
Maybe it'll get better.
Are you kidding? They're making me work in this stupid butcher shop.
We still never seen what happened to Harold here. Like, is he fall in there? I want to know if he actually fall on that
beating
cap.
up a meat was the therapy he actually needed. Creator of the show,
How that there?
even confirmed that in the true
whoever
future,
made this
Harold buys the
episode,
shop from
or
Mr.
even
Green
made
and
Hey
becomes
Arnold,
the neighborhood butcher.
actually thought, hey, Harold should have been doing something like this, and actually thought this was cool.
Meaning he retires from his certified bully status for a meat cleaver.
What was
He
that?
found peace by professionally cutting things into pieces instead of beating up the kid.
Alright,
It's a weird pivot for someone like Harold.
I gotta say this. When a bully finds the weird thing that satisfies themselves from stop being a bully, it had to be the dumbest thing you ever done. And never made any sense to me why they be satisfied on that.
It's thanks to Mr. Green, because otherwise his destiny would have been behind bars.
Yeah.
Next up,
It probably
Buford
would be
Van
behind
Star,
bars.
who literally
Oh.
follows bullying as
Wait.
a ritual. He even has routines
Butcher?
and everything in order
Is
to
his
keep
name
his
like
bullying
Butcher
skills
or
sharp. Who does
I don't know.
that?
It's something
What
similar
freaks
to
me out
Butcher.
about him is that he takes whipping other kids so seriously that he tries so hard to show that his bullying service is
Oh,
highly
yeah.
valued, and a premium one.
And he actually do be bullying the same kid over and over, like for no reason. Why are you working your hands out by bullying?
Don't you think
things?
Buford deserves some kind of an award
Buford.
for harassment?
That gotta be the dumbest
Most
thing you
bullies
ever
we've
done.
encountered
And
are just
I
bullying
think
for the fun of it.
you should
Buford is a
actually
strategist.
get like
He even
the
carries a
bullying
card that
award
contains
for
the
being
rules he
a
lives by.
unstable but more matron
If a
and
nerd should
understanding
save a bully's
bullying.
life, the bully is the nerd's slave for life.
A true professional. This is a different level.
Alright,
of bullying,
that kind
I'll
of
tell you that.
messed
the thing
up,
that makes
but I can
Buford
see why.
terrifying isn't his size. It's the fact that he's actually one of the smartest bullies to ever exist. It actually
Why?
shocked me when I saw him
Why
speak
is he the
fluent
smart
French.
one?
And before I even finish saying he's smart, he's playing different kinds of instruments. These are the
Different
last
kind
things
of
I'd
instruments.
expect from a bully. Still being this efficient at a lot of things, he decided that his true calling is being a multifunctioning sociopath.
My way, Runt.
Do not do anything too crazy!
Excusez-moi, mon bon monsieur. Auriez-vous par hasard un soupçon d'huile de cuisine que nous pourrions utiliser sans nous démunir d'un...
What was that?
Everything changed in the episode At Your Age. Buford's destiny finally makes sense that he wasn't going to waste all those skills away.
Before they
He doesn't
start
end up in
airing
jail or
Phineas and
working at a
Ferb?
petrol station. He becomes a film
It got to be the last episode.
I'm going to
God
film
never
I'm concentrating on tragedy.
Yo, I never seen film like that. And I never expect him to actually get taller. Like, he get taller and chill. Like, he can be one of the nicest homies you want to be with. I can see why he need the smart
story of
bully
a
in
struggling
this whole
orphan's
video.
transcendental search for meaning in a post-apocalyptic society.
This is the ultimate pivot. A film set is one of those places where you can scream at the
Yeah.
subordinates for hours straight and get an award for
Oh, can you?
We can all agree that Buford didn't
I guess
fail
you can
at life.
actually do that.
He just found a career where you get paid to be the person everyone hates, which I'll
Dang,
definitely
so you
write
get
a
a career
recommendation letter
being
for,
the
because
person
I'm
that
sure
nobody
he'll do an
likes,
immaculate job.
but still get
Nelson Muntz
money.
is the most traumatized character on this list, and that alone didn't stop him from at least breaking the poverty and mentally loose cycle in his family.
Let's
It's
see.
quite known that his dad went out for cigarettes and never came back. Maybe he forgot the way back home. And I mean, don't get me started on his mum. She's a mess. She sometimes even
His
forgets
mom
that
is
Nelson
definitely messed.
exists.
His mom was worse than his
I
dad.
thought you were sleeping in the park tonight.
Oh, that's okay. The kid don't bother
Sleeping
me.
in the park. So you tell me you don't care?
Too, and I play a
Your mom should have been already dead right now.
Cat,
Why
I'm
is she?
organizing my Laramie.
It's clear that
Is she eating pancake, whipped cream, and alcohol? How are your body still functioning right now?
Nelson is the face of the brand Broken Family.
Yeah, Nelson
Until he
is one of
decided
them
it was
bullies
time for
that
a
got a
change.
broken
In
family.
the episode
The dad
4
left
Days of
him
Future,
from,
we see that in his
for a
adult
cigarette.
life, Nelson
Mom
has become a
is alcoholic
supervisor at a dinosaur
and
theme
a
park known as a
smoker,
Cretaceous
and
Park,
don't even
having given
care
Bart a
about him
job to
at
help pay his
all.
debt.
And mom always want him to not come back to her house and
free
be
and
gone
sleazy.
forever.
I know some
That
adult
kinda messed
dancers
up.
that work with my mom.
I
Isn't
can
it
see
pretty
why
impressive after everything that happened to
why
him, he
Nelson
reached a
is
place
the way
like
he
this?
is.
There was no one who even cared that he existed and had him accountable for all the bad things he did when he was a kid. No college fund and no safety.
I feel sad for
But
Nelson.
All of this didn't hold
Like,
him
out
back.
anybody,
Fast forward a
Nelson
couple
got
of
the
years, and again,
worst
Nelson is
type
shown to
of
be a pretty
bullying
powerful man,
ever,
owning the bar
and
that
the
Bart's
worst
band
way
performs in. Instead of bullying
as a
these kids,
bullying.
Nelson is
Like,
giving them
you
a
can
shot to
tell
raise faith.
why
This shows his
Nelson
change.
is a
Hey,
bullying
Dingus,
bully
your band can play at my club
for the
tonight.
way.
Yes, but I can only pay you in popcorn shrimp.
Need more power. The shield won't hold much longer.
This really shows that he's changed.
Yeah.
His destiny, among
It
all
really
of the
shows
Simpsons characters,
how
is
much
very
Nelson actually
impressive.
changed.
I win! That's my job! That's what I do!
He even seems very excited about going through Bill Clinton's porno stat.
When we're finished, we can go through Bill Clinton's porno stash.
And when we find the king of all
What the
menaces, or the word that I invented, as you guys
Alright.
helpfully pointed out to me, Medicai, Eric Cartman. For 30 years,
Oh, not Eric Cartman.
won. He was the most ruthless,
Not Aaron
toxic,
Cartman.
and brilliant strategist in South Park. He manipulated everyone. Not
I
even a single
see
person
why
was
Aaron
left
Cartman is the last
unmanipulated.
one.
He
Aaron
committed
Cartman,
countless
to me,
crimes
is the
and always
worst
stayed one step
bully
ahead. It
ever.
really kills me thinking about
He
how
is
Cartman
worse.
got away
Like, he's the
after
funniest,
grinding up that
but the
dude's
worst.
parents and literally feeding him in front of that crowd.
Oh my god!
You failed, Mom!
I made you eat your parents. Nya, 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 nya.
We all have to come to a conclusion that Eric is not a little kid. Instead, he's the devil possessed in a child's body.
Oh. Yeah. Oh.
But in
Damn.
the final timeline
You're
of
the
the
devil
post-COVID special
in a kid
episode,
body.
Eric had to pay off all of
Eric
his
Cartman
debts
is
that
definitely
finally came due.
devil
Man, poor
in a kid.
Cartman.
Eric Cartman.
Fuck yeah!
Cartman
See, I told y'all, Eric Cartman the worst bully, and he continued being a bully until he got homeless. Out of all these bullies I've seen, some being a president, some grew out and actually changed to be a bully, some became nice, alright? Others became like their better half of themselves, and Eric Cartman never changed.
ends up homeless
Feel bad
and
for Eric
alcoholic,
Cartman.
shouting
Feel
at
bad
people
for
on the
Cartman.
street, while his former victims are in a pretty good place compared to where he is. It's one of the most
So
brutal
your
endings in a
friends
cartoon
are in a better
This
place,
is by far
and you're
the worst
damn.
destiny, because it's a total
I
loss
feel
of
sad for
everything Eric
Cartman.
found, which is control, luxury, and the ability to make others miserable. which he was extra good at. He's finally becoming the one thing he always mocked, a fat, miserable loser. The
one thing
Destiny
that he didn't
isn't the one
want
who's
to be.
enduring high intensity of physical pain. It's the one where the person never actually changes. If they've gained nothing but a few more wrinkles and a lot more loneliness, whether they end up in the Oval Office or on a park bench, the tragedy is the same all around. They never understand the true meaning of life. Honestly speaking,
really
the scariest
don't.
part isn't the karma these bullies faced, it's how many of these kids just grew up to be exactly like their parents.
Yo, if that video was wild, you haven't seen anything yet. I put my funniest reaction right here in this playlist, and YouTube thinks you will love this special video next. Click one of those, hit the sub button if you are new, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.